After making sure Thane climbed far enough down the stairs, you slowly walked after him, making sure your steps were light enough not to be heard. As you got closer and closer, you used a fire rune to conjure a small flame, illuminating the area. Thane? You saw Thane, covered in blood, dozens of fishes and turtles surrounding him, all gutted and drained. Fangs protruding out of his cheeks, he snarled at you. Lion? You shouldn't be here. I'm not myself right now. Thane, you were behind Tatum and Winston's attack, weren't you? It was an accident. I swear, I didn't mean to. I lost control. I know, but still, we need to manage it somehow. What can I do? I don't know what to do, Lion. Ever since I drank your blood, I couldn't seem to contain myself. Blood is all I can think of, especially yours. I keep drinking and drinking, but none of them could even compare to your blood. I didn't want to hurt Winston, but he kept pushing and pushing. Tatum and her friends too. I didn't mean to drain their blood. I just wanted a taste. Just a small taste. I didn't choose to be born like this. To be a blood-sucking monster. I want none of it. It's okay. Yeah, this is what you are. Will more my blood help? It's okay. Hug him. No! Thane stepped back before you could wrap your arms around him. Whoa! The step caused him to go off balance. You tried to pull him back, but his weight was too much. Both of you plummeted into the cold, freezing water. Cold. 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 All you felt was cold, as the water seemed to drop in temperature the deeper you descend. A strong current pulled you into the underwater stream. You tried to fight back, to swim back to the surface for air, but something kept pulling you deeper in. It wasn't long until all you could see was pitch black, no longer having the strength to dance with fate. Lion, wake up. Brother? Fia? Sorry, you fell asleep on the couch again, and I didn't want you to miss any more meals. Was it a rough shift at Ginger's today? Fia, what? What happened? Was it all a dream? But wait, Ginger's? But when I started to work at Ginger's, Fia was already... I made you your favorite today. Borscht with dry Riesling. I thought it was the least I could do since you helped me practice for my audition. I got it, by the way. My first ever TV show gig. It's just passenger number 3, but it's somewhere, right? I can finally pay half of the rent now. Oh, yeah. What is going on here? This Fia. She's my Fia, not a sharp-tongued sass queen, but the bubbly airhead I once bottle-fed to. You're her, aren't you? My sister. Huh? Of course I am. Still dreaming, Lion? Anyway, come sit. The food's getting cold. Dreaming. That must be it. Back then, this was all I ever wanted. To live with my sister as she tries to get her big break. And I always preferred her cooking. Mom was never at home, so she and I made do. Baking was my thing, but home-cooked meals was hers. I always loved her borscht, even before she used any alcohol in them. Lion, what's wrong? Aren't you going to come and eat? Yeah, I wish I can, Fia, but no. Because this isn't real. Because you're dead. So? Can't you be happy and enjoy yourself even if it's not real? Even if it's just a fantasy? I guess I can. There you go! Now come here. Tell me everything about work. Well, You spent hours and hours eating and talking with Fia. While watching TV, you got a call from your boss, telling you that you got that big promotion you've always wanted. Your mom called you and told you that she was proud. Looking up from your bank account, you realized you finally had enough to buy a home. Fia and you went house hunting the next day. It was cloudy out, not too hot, not too cold. It was perfect. A perfect day, a perfect life. Why would you leave? You were happy here. And that's all that matters, isn't it? This is bad! He was happy and I was not supposed to do Now, I know technically I was supposed to say no, I shouldn't do that, but will more of my blood help? Oh, Lion, the things those words do to me. Thane leaned in close, stroking your hair behind your ear, revealing your pale neck. I'll savor every last drop. Stay back! Ah! Your survival instincts kicked in. You immediately pushed him back, shoving Thane into the water. Thane? 10 seconds passed, then a minute. Still no bubbles rising to the surface. Thane! Did he drown? Fearing for the worst, you leapt into the water, hoping you were not too late. Cold. Cold. All you felt was cold as the water seemed to drop in temperature the deeper you ascend. And I'm pretty sure this still leads to the dream sequence, so ya yeet. Well, no, I can't do this. No, I can't. I don't deserve it. Everyone deserves happiness, brother. If you want, you can stay here. Stay here and live out the rest of your dreams in peace. But I will respect your decision, dear death-scented visitor. Hi, EO! Shining stars replaced fierce dark gaze. You felt as if those eyes could see right through you. You? Who are you? Ah! With a shove, you could feel the ground swallowing you whole, pulling you into a deep, dark abyss. Wait! What's with all these bodies? God damn, Thane's got a dumpy! You wake up in a pool of unmoving bodies, all floating in a thick, black substance that you could only imagine as tar or congealed blood. What is this? You thrashed about, standing up as you wiped the substance away. You were tall enough to touch the bottom of the water, going up to your chest. Lion? Thane! You saw Thane across you in another pool, one equally littered with floating bodies but less black. His pool was more of a grayish hue. He stepped out of the pool and strode towards you, helping you up out of the water. What happened? Where are we? The tomb where humans and witches tried to be gods, the church's most vile of secrets, the inner sanctum. You. The witch from your dream re-emerged, her black dress dragging through the floor. The snake was coiled tightly around her, hissing at you. We meet again, little one. I was wondering when you'd show up. Lion, stand back! Thane fired a shadow-like projectile at her. The witch swatted it away like a mere fly, clearly unbothered by the sudden attack. You wouldn't land a hit on me, tainted one. I see your future, your past, your present. And oh, what a woeful present it is, being driven mad by desires you cannot control. I pity you, tainted one. Lady, seriously, who or what are you? My friends call me Io. However, I believe you humans are more acquainted with me as the Witch of Fantasy. You're a pureblood. Aye, 'tis true. However, like you, I did not wish for my fate. It is simply what the stars deem worthy of me. What are you doing here under the school? What's with all the dead bodies? Dead? Perhaps you should take a closer look. One of the bodies floated closer towards you, its body gently easing up to the edge of the pool. You looked at his body and noticed that he was smiling, happily so. His body seemed to be relaxed, and he sported a careless grin. His chest raised and deflated steadily, clearly still breathing. They're sleeping. All 127 of them, dreaming whatever fantasy they wish to indulge in. Is that where you got your name from? That, amongst others, long ago they called me Io, mother of all 7 oceans, though sadly, I can no longer roam freely in my beloved sea. Now, I spend the rest of my days here, aiding lost souls who no longer wishes to be part of the living. taking matters into my own hands as they jump into my watery depths. Such as you did, Tainted One. What? No, I did not. It was an accident. An accident you hoped would end in the sweet bliss of death. Thane. It did cross my mind when we were drowning in there, so I thought it might be for the best. I didn't want to hurt anyone anymore. We can cure this. Maybe if we forge a bond. No, you'll be stuck with me forever, Lion. I can't let you do that. You have your own world and family to get back to. Indeed, this death-scented visitor is not for you to keep. But there is another way to suppress the beasts. How? Here, jump into my watery depths, and I'll let you live out the rest of your immortality in peace. In a dream of your own making, a fantasy world where you can be whatever you want to be, including a normal human. A normal, harmless human. Will it hurt? Thane, no, don't fall for it. I mean, we barely know her. I'm willing to answer any question you might have, including the most pressing ones in your mind. What is this place, you might ask? These black pools of water, littered with bodies floating about. Well, they're bled. What? So they're dead? Let me clarify. It's coarse blood. However, I believe you hunters refer to it as rune ink. What? The bodies are my doing. I didn't know where would be the best place to put these children. It's a sad thing, really. Suicide kills more than the plague, filling more pools than I anticipated over the years. Wait, hold on, rewind, lady. You said these black pools are rune ink, that they're coarse blood. Yes, the church's darkest sin. Cora was never dead. She was trapped, to be drained in the fashion of a dairy cow. Only difference is, she was bestowed with a crown. You placed a crown on top of your head, its band tightening immediately as it rested on your scalp, as if a million bobs were stabbing right through you. Lion! You bowled over from the pain, dropping to your knees. Eo pulled the crown off of your head, placing it back on the cushioned stand. Painful, isn't it? That was just a small taste of what Core experienced for centuries. Trapped here with the sole purpose of fueling you humans' insatiable need for power. Don't worry, you are not Core, so the crown didn't bleed you out. With her, this beautiful crown turned into a crown of thorns, growing and coiling around her palms, her wrists, stabbing into her veins to let more blood out. Calmer now. You stood up. Thane held you in his arms protectively. What the hell? Are you telling me that all this time, the ink that we've been using was her blood? There's no way. What about the ink factories they have around? Lies. All lies. Corroborated by the church. All ink comes from here, right under her school. These waters connect to so many canals. Your so-called production factories do no production, just distribution. Why else would there be an ink shortage? She's gone, leaving only 2 shallow pools of her blood. That does explain a lot. Eo chuckled at your statement. Such simplicity. If only your counterpart was as easy to read. Perhaps then, I wouldn't have placed this curse on me. Curse? All will be explained in due time. Are you witches always this cryptic? You humans can't handle the truth otherwise. Months have I waited for this day. The day that will decide this world's demise. What? You wanted her to elaborate, but she only gave you a tender soft smile in return. All shall be explained, little one, separately. As I don't think a wager for my heart would be explained so openly amongst others. You know, these eyes see all, every possibility, every outcome, the future, past and present. You will bring me death, but it will be of my own choosing, even if you'll have the final say, Lion. You wish for my heart, don't you? To awaken the God-Slayer. Your ill-fated doppelganger. I have no qualms for that, for my heart to be ripped out and awaken a soul anew. However, I do wish for something in return, something that I will only discuss when it's just us two. I mean, I could leave if I know how. Patience, tainted one. I'll free both of you from my domain soon. Your dreams, however, that's a different story. Go back to the surface, Lion. Thane, go back and take these with you. Io cracked one of her snake's ribs, giving both you and Thane one fragment of it. The snake did not look worse for wear. A souvenir to remember me by, and a way to connect us in your dreams. Only there will I speak openly, both for the price of my heart. She flicked her eyes at you, her snake hissing as she did so. And your desire for a peaceful, undead life. As Io said that, she smudged the blood off of Thane's chin. For now, return to the world above, and go about your days. I await both of your decisions patiently. What? Whoa! You didn't realize you were close to the water's edge until Io gave you a firm shove, pushing you and Thane both back into the water. You held your breath as you once again felt the pull of the current, tagging you downwards into the water. Ah! Lion, you alright? Thane helped you as you struggled to keep yourself afloat. He held you as he pulled you to the dock, back on the wooden platform. Carcasses of Thane's feast still remained. He had the decency to shove those back into the water before pulling you up to take a seat. Your feet dangled on the water's edge. Well, guess we found our next witch. How are you so calm about this? I'm not, but honestly, nothing surprises me in this world anymore. You rummaged through your pockets and found the small piece of bone Io gave you. You noticed that Thane did the same, caressing it as if it was something precious. Don't die, Thane. Oh, yeah. I'm not actively suicidal or anything if that's what you're worried about. I just thought, well, if I was going to die anyway, then maybe it was for the best. Better for everyone else's sake. I really didn't mean to hurt anyone. I know. Well, I guess we should head back now. Wait! Just as you were about to get up and leave, Thane pulled your right hand, threading your fingers together as he looked up at you with pleading eyes. Sorry, but can you just stay here with me for a bit? I don't want to be alone just yet. All right. You stayed by his side, sitting and letting him hold your hand. I really didn't mean to hurt anyone. He mumbled under his breath, so softly you barely caught it. I know. Tying up your hand around his. As soon as you added more pressure, Thane let out a deep sigh, as if he was glad you understood just exactly what he needed at this moment. Something to ground him back to reality. It was almost dawn when you sneaked back to your room and rested for the night. You tossed and turned in your bed, wondering how soon Io would invade your dreams. So many questions and so few answers. You tried your best to quiet down your buzzing brain and hoped you would see Io's face again tonight. Io? Not her, I'm afraid. Oh, it's you. Huh. I can practically sense your disappointment. You could have pretended to be happy to see me, even if only for the sake of decorum. Heck no, you stabbed me in the eye last time. Fair. As soon as Ivar turned his back on you, the entire landscape changed back to his garden. Only this time, you moved away from his usual patio to the ruins in the upper left corner of his domain. You've been eyeing it for a while now, feeling that it was out of place. That's because it is. This is what's left of an old god's temple, back when sailors would come far and wide, hoping for her aid. not knowing she was a witch. Are you talking about Io? Yes, though I prefer to call her Mother. Mother? You're her son? Not by blood, but by heart. She raised me since I was a mere babe. So unrelated, I like to believe that my mother is where Lyle's affinity for the sea comes from. I have no doubt that he will soon surpass his poor excuse of a mentor, Pike. Wait! Pike? What? Wait, what? Wait, what? Huh. Wait, why did you let Lyle go? What makes you think I let him go, and he did not simply escape my watchful eye? If you can spy on him now in some fancy anti-witch academy, then you very well could spy on him while he was on your own grounds. Smart and beautiful. You're a rare one. Makes me want to add you to my garden. Go ahead. I'll turn into a corpse flower and stink up this place. So, what do you want, Ivar? Cut the crap already. I wanted to thank you. Thank me? For teaching my son how to dance. Wait, you know about that? I know a lot of things, dancing included. I would have taught him myself if not for the situation. Him being scared shitless of you? That and others. You're not bad. There's grace in you that resembles my daughter's, despite your more masculine physical form. Yeah, I don't have the boobs for it. Do you think I, her father, care for that part of her? He seemed almost offended by your remark. Glad to know incest was not wincest even in this screwed up world. Well, I hope not. It's not. Huh. I guess you never had your father and daughter dance, huh? Since you weren't there at the wedding? I was there, observing from the jasmine petals outside. I saw the ceremony. And her death. Oh. Yes, oh. For what it's worth, she was beautiful, so I wish it was I who got to escort her down the aisle. Not some stranger whom I'm sure she hired to play pretend for the sake of decorum. Huh. Sounds like you're quite salty about it. If you mean annoyed, vexed, then yes. Bitter. So bitter that I would settle for a substitute, even if it doesn't mean anything. Huh? Ivar approached you, hand extended to your own. In the background, you noticed a soft buzzing sound. A buzzing sound that's followed by mellow music, which you're sure was coming out of some trumpet flowers in the background. Are you asking me for a dance? I'm asking you to play pretend, a father and daughter dance. Think of it as you comforting an old man, grieving for his lost child. You know what? I'm into this. Wait, oh my god, how many save files have I made so far? God damn. I'll take his hand. Don't turn me into a flower. I promise, I won't. Reluctantly, you took his hand. He gently pulled you into his embrace, one hand entwined with yours, the other high on your back, right between your shoulder blades. He led effortlessly, slowly at first, as if testing the waters. Soon as you got lost in it, immersing yourself to the music and the thrum of his strong heartbeat. And when you just got yourself comfortable, he smirked. In bold moves, he twirled and twisted you around, even going so far as to lift you up, holding you high up in the air, your waist wrapped in his strong arms. Oi! It's your fault for being so lithe. You should eat more. I eat plenty. Now put me down. Stop this. As you wish. Ah! Apparently, putting you down meant doing a spin as he plopped himself down onto a chair, dragging you along with him as he put you on his lap. You'd been in this position before, many times actually. Also, unlike with most men you've been with, he didn't hold his hand low on your waist or your bum. Instead, it was high on your upper back, as if preventing you from falling back. His free hand didn't roam on your thigh, and instead settled on your knees. Then, he put his hand on his chin, tilting his head as if he was thinking. The position sort of reminded you of the days you still believed in Christmas and you sat on Santa's lap, wishing for presents. Or like when your father bounced you on his lap back in your youth. It was kind of demeaning. This position is a bit too intimate, even for a father and daughter, don't you think? I only told you to pretend as we danced. When you told me to stop, well, there's no need to keep up the charade for long. Please tell me you don't usually have your son's friend straddled on your lap like this. You're the first. What an honor. You rolled your eyes, hoping he took the hint. That only seemed to entertain him more. I'll send you back. Don't worry. I won't stab your eye this time. Oh, joy! Slitting your throat is far more effective. Huh? Ah, my neck! You woke up coughing as you anxiously rubbed your neck, calming down once you spotted no blood. Damn it, Ivar! Couldn't you have picked a more gentler way to die? Like, come on. Like, any other way to kill me, okay? That's, not as painful as those. You mumble under your breath before taking a bath and heading out to breakfast. Also, I'm pretty sure he could have just, sent me off my merry way. There's probably other ways to, wake up from a dream. You mumble under your breath before taking a bath and heading out to breakfast. You hope Thane had far better luck than you did in encountering witches. No, there's absolutely no way. As soon as you spotted Quill's white hair in the cafeteria, you and Thane immediately grabbed him and ushered him out. Quill managed to snatch a few slices of bread for you. A gesture you and Asham were thankful for as your stomach growled when you started talking in the side garden, away from any stray ears. Which part are you talking about? Me behind the attacks, the pureblood witch under our school? Or coarse blood turning out to be rune ink all along? All of it, obviously. Oh, Cole, I left you for a few minutes and this is what happens, Lion. Hey, don't blame me! It seems like you're a magnet for trouble. Yet, this does work in our favor. You said this witch is non-hostile. I mean, besides the floating bodies, she's pretty chill, all things considered. Perhaps Asham and I should be the judge of that. Hard to believe there is no ill will with bodies floating in her domain. They're fine. I can still hear the blood pounding in their veins. They're alive. Barely. Who would want to spend the rest of their lives in a dream? You don't know how real her dreams are. She showed me last night. They were beautiful. Real. A fantasy, just like her namesake. You're not really considering drowning yourself in her waters, are you? What? No! Are you trying to convince us? Or yourself? Both? Thane? You don't understand! I bit Pierce, my roommate, this morning. Thane! It was only a little nip, but he ran to the nurse's office. It's only a matter of time before the teachers expel me, or worse. Prince Alexei can come and punish me himself. There's a peace treaty between us and Ignia. What I did crossed those agreements. It can have me killed, or worse. Surely there's a solution to all of this. Don't vampires stop craving other blood when they've mated? Quill glanced at you, albeit with a guilty look. Wait, what? Wait. I bare my neck. I mean, if it's really that bad. Thane's fangs immediately extended themselves, cutting into his bottom lip. God, you can't do that, Lion. I want to bond with love, not by force. As you should. Look, if bonding is the only option, then we'll get there when we get there. But until then, I'll see what I can do with blood potions. Thanks, Asham. Don't thank me yet. Something tells me things are just going to get worse from here on out. You think? We haven't even talked about the witch under our noses. Just leave her to me. I think she's friendly, or harmless at least. We'll be the judge of that. This sounds all too convenient. What witch would give her heart willingly? Perhaps one that's dying. Dying? You think she's dying of old age? No. Pureblood witches are immortal, though some spells can use up their lifespans. Perhaps she used a particularly nasty spell. The only question is, For what? I'll look into it, about Io and her eyes, and see if anything matches her description. I also have my own research to delve into. Perhaps they are entangled in one way or another. I'll be in the potions room. Come by if you need anything. I'll go and see Miss Volkova. I need to make sure that Vortek hasn't contacted her yet. You do that. Let us know if you need anything. Thane, and I do mean anything. I will. Right, it's time to explore. And I'm gonna skip all the unimportant parts, by the way. Well, I was gonna skip it, but apparently everyone's got something new to say, so... Pierce is an attention whore. I bet he lied about Thane, and he just leaned in too close to him or something. A Tatum and a friend. Need I remind you how much that bitch hates Fia? Fia and Thane are friends. I'm pretty sure this is just one of her crazy schemes. Well, I think Thane deserves some slack. I mean, this is the first time he snapped, right? I know the timing is off since Tatum and her friends are hospitalized, and I heard Thane screwed them over too, but still, Thane's one of us. First it was Quill's sex noises keeping me up. Now this issue with Thane. I just want some sleep, man. Hey, are you in on it? With Thane, I mean? I don't know what you're talking about. Sure. I'm on to you, Baker. Right, there's some stuff going on in shops as well. No, wait, hang on. My mom told me that she's pulling me out of school. I mean, I get him for all the attacks, but still. Pierce is milking the attention with his little bite. It was barely a nip. Yet he links his attack to what happened to Tatum and the others. It couldn't be Thane. That man's far too kind for that. If anyone is out to kill anyone, I'd look more towards to you. Me? You're kind of fishy, dude, especially with how drastically different you've been acting. Okay. You suck. Don't let the talk get to you, Lion. Huh? With Thane, I mean. I know him, Thane. He has shit for brains and is too gullible for his own good. If he has some biting issues, well, we all have our own issues, right? If he needs any blood, just let me know, okay? I'll hook him up. Okay, everyone here's got a vampire kink. Have you heard about Pierce and Thane? Dude, who hasn't? I heard that the vampire king himself might come and punish him. Oh, cool. Do you think we can see his battleship? It's the biggest flying ship in all Vortek. Right, what about you? I mean, if Thane really is a serial killer, I'd still tap that. Just saying. No one's dead. Serial assailant then. Still, either way, I tap that. Might as well let him drain me while we do it. You need Jesus. Who's Jesus? Never mind. Everyone's so down bad. All this talk about Thane being Tatum's attacker is depressing me. Why is it always the hot ones? Is everyone down bad for everyone in the school? Crazy what happened to Pierce, but you think Thane would want me as his split bag? I mean, I don't mind a little nibble now and then. Okay. Upper gardens, please. They say that soul bombs tame the beast within. If Thane's looking for a mate to stifle his cravings, I'd be happy to oblige. I'm part fae, so I know my blood is still quite the treat for most vamps. Oh, what does that make me? I hate the new curfew they've implemented. I guess things are only going to get worse now. Sheesh. Need something? Nope. What about you? If Thane really is the one behind all these attacks, then shouldn't he be expelled already? Pierce must be lying if they don't have enough to expel him by now. Right, let's see. Side garden. Anything new? Students were gathering around the garden, gossiping. Have you heard about Thane biting his roommate? I knew we shouldn't have accepted his kind here. Oh, girl. I know. Like fairies, vamps, and half-breeds simply don't belong in Ignia. This is the only human-dominant region. Why must we be tainted by all these other races? It's so nasty. Well, screw you guys! I'm definitely putting up garlic in my room tonight. I don't think that works on the vampires in this world. I am defending Thane. Why use garlic? I'm sure the stench of that thing between your legs is enough to ward off any vamp. Ever heard of a shower, darling? Why, I never! Well, that put her in her place. I'm rallying up the dueling club so Thane will have an ample supply of blood. Donating in rotation should help. I don't know why we didn't think of this before, since he's the only vamp at school. Thane is a fine member of our club. He just needs to get his hunger under control. Here, I have some turtles you can siphon for blood. I'm sure Thane would appreciate it. Did I get more turtles? I mean, I've got a lot of fish. Oh my god, they did give me a bunch of turtles. I'm supposed to hand in Kepler's hair sometime soon. Golly. 250 gold that Pierce is lying and Thane just gave him a bluff fight? I don't know, man. The teach said his bite marks matched the one on Tatum and her minions. Fake news, I say. The teachers are just racist. Let me know when you get... I already gave you the potion! Stop it! I hope Thane doesn't turn into a Valblade. I can't imagine a worse fate than that. Right. Hey, Lion, can you give this to Thane? Bled? Just a small vial, but I thought it'll help. He's a good man, Thane. Probably was too hangry that he attacked Pierce. Contrary to popular belief, I doubt he did anything to Tatum. Too much of a wuss for that. Right. So that was the arena archery field. So Asham is here for some reason. Some of the club members are thinking about kicking out Asham since he's friends with Thane. Bunch of jealous assholes, if you ask me. Asham really can't catch a break. Right. I still think Pierce is lying about Thane. You know how boys are jealous over how popular the Twink Quartet are? I'm a twink. I knew Thane was trouble. Why else would he befriend a halfling like Asham? Right. Sparring field. I hope Thane doesn't lose it. I like him. He's one of the nicer boys on the campus. Everyone loves the little puppy dude. Hope we can still focus on the enemy here. Witches, not vamps. Or well, focus on witches first, then the vamps. There are only a few witches around. Do you know that vamps make up 22% of our current population? Humans are only 20%, 25% are mermaids, but it's not like we can tell since they live underwater. The rest consists of fairies, sirens, and werewolves. Oh, and there are only 2 living dream eaters, the Ollivander siblings. Heard they're quite chummy with the vamps. Said they go wherever death lurks the most. Need something? No, I don't. Can't believe all of Winston's mutterings were true. Guess I should pay more attention to the man. I don't care for Winston, I think he's an ass. Okay, anything here? I don't need to fish right now. I don't want to talk with Lyle just yet. Anything in the fountains? Okay, are you still looking for experiments? Do you think if I turn Thane into a Blit Knight? Wait, do you think if I turn Thane into the Blit Knights, I'll get a reward? No? What's the question? Damn! No need to stare daggers at me. Well, he's my friend and someone I might want to boink and or let feed on. Guess you're the most decent one in your little friend group. You need better friends, Lion. I have a feeling that Quill's gonna get into controversy sometime soon. Can't feel safe in our own campus. What is this world coming to? Right, what about you? Can't sneak out of my girlfriend's dorm anymore. Damn curfew. Okay, we got better things to worry about. My parents are pulling me out of the school. I told them not to since they caught Thane. But really, I'm not sure he's the culprit. What happened to Pierce could just be a coincidence. Right. Might as well check out the courtyard. You have some odd friends, don't you, Lyle? First Asham and now this. Man, Quill's the only decent man in your friend group. And that's saying something. I mean, I'm not too surprised. India's one of the few countries which forged a peace treaty with Vortex. Hence why Thane's little biting incident caused such a buzz. If he was the one behind Tatum's attack too, then I won't be surprised if the Blood Knights flat out killed him. But he isn't that dumb, is he? I hope the school actually takes action against Thane. The attack on Pierce is minor, sure. But if he was the one behind Tatum's attacks and the others, well... Hey Lion, I think I can help with Thane's biting problem. Huh? My grandma was a vamp, but she said she could stifle her hunger with the right medication. I still have the recipe for the potion if you want. Here. It works best if you have the blood of his mate, but Thane is unmated, so... What about the blood of someone he is obsessed with? That may work too. No promises though. Thanks, Leia, we made out once over drinks. Both of us were drunk. Don't worry, you were a bad kisser, so I've been trying to forget you too. Oh, God damn it. Sorry about that, Leia. This might be the cure Thane needs. I could hurry up and brew this potion while I can. Alright, perfect. But not before I, continue talking with everyone. I think Pierce is lying. I mean, didn't he still have, a big crush towards Thane? Maybe this is one of those if I can't have him, no one can kind of scenario, you know? Anyway, I'm busy right now. Okay, bye. I see Quill is up there. You got anything new for me? I knew you were covering for Thane. Now the Vortex Empire are involved. Do you know what will happen to Thane? No, but Miss Volkova announced that she got a letter from the Empire. They're paying us a visit soon. I just hope the children won't be involved. They might if you keep announcing it. Oh, no one here listens to me besides you and a few others, dear. That's the perk of being insane. I wouldn't say insane, just doped up. Like you, or you used to be. We had so much fun, didn't we? What do you mean? I am glad you sobered up. I'm afraid it's too late for me. You know, I once used my leg as a beer bottle. A tiny Dietrich then tried to steal the leg away from me. A tiny Dietrich? Yeah, a coon-like thing. One of his summons, I think. I'm sure he's plotting a way to steal my limbs now, that little thief. He's always got an obsession with all that's gold and glitters. Yeah. Just a question, Miss Hedwin. How high are you right now? Very, dear. Very. Okay. Some idiot thinks it's the end of days due to all this stuff happening lately. It's just plain old hysteria. I'm not going to question that. I'm praying for Thane. Maybe then he will see the error of his ways. Right, what about you? Vamps have no place in Ignia anyway. Damn, these people are awful. God damn. Libriari, please. Anything from you? Nope, nothing from you. Okay, what about you? Vampires aren't meant to be amongst humankind, so I'm not really surprised that Thane eventually lashed out. Still, he's an okay bloke, so I think we let a guard down. Right, what about you? I've read Ignia and Vortex peace treaty terms. If Thane really did cross those terms by sucking the blood of an unwilling Ignian, then we could go to war. Frankly, if we did go to war for it, that's rather stupid on both parties. Going to war due to one juvenile vamp's mistake. What about this dude? I heard that Thane bit his roommate. You think Thane would be expelled or worse? What's worse? Beheaded, burned alive. There's a lot of creative things that can happen, really. Vortex and Ignia's peace treaty terms are clear. There will be no blood-sucking unless there is a mutual agreement between both parties. Clear violation of such terms can end in a war if the Vortex don't take proper disciplinary measures. Right! Just a little war looming in the distance. No need to worry. Nothing about a principal's office. I need to craft this new potion. I heard about Thane. The headmaster decided to isolate him for the safety of the student body. Volkova offered to watch over his punishment, of course. Stupid decision if you ask me. Family ties often cloud good judgment. No sympathy for his student. My only sympathy is he got caught. You can't fight your nature. I just hope those leeches from Vortex are smarter than they look. Compensate the victims and put Thane in rehabilitation. No need to do anything drastic. Thane's my best client to sell blood to. Of course, that's why you're so worried about. You heartless bastard. Proud of it, babe. Now, what can I do for you? I did want to check out my recipe. God damn. Okay. I did want to check my recipes for something. Blessing and charms. You can hear the teacher inside. Let's see whether anyone's got anything new to say in here. You think Thane gets high of blood? Wonder why it's so delicious for vamps. Rock on, dude. Rock on. I hope they don't close down the school with all that's going on lately. Right, what about you? I actually have a cousin for a vamp. Used to be a biter, but then that changed after bonding with his mate. Maybe Thane should just get mated to tone down his cravings. Sure, that will put an end to his immortality since he can only drink blood from his mate, but... Well, wait, what's this? Cute doodles. What? What do you mean, screw vamps? God damn it. Ugh. I'm starting to hate this world more and more. Like, for various reasons. Let's see, let's go in. What was that recipe I needed? Okay, let's see. It's not mixed blood. What is it? Blood cure. Potential cure for Thane's obsession with your blood. Highly volatile. Don't forget to add your blood. So I need siren blood and unicorn blood. Ooh, siren blood and unicorn blood. I could. I don't know what this is gonna do for Thane. Ooh, okay, let's go. Okay, unicorn blood and siren blood, and that's all I need. Okay, bye, Dietrich. Okay, let's see. Let's just quickly craft this. Oh, what? Okay. Blood cure. Okay, craft this. Yoink. Yeah. As you dropped your blood into Thane's potential cure, something happened. Something bad. The blood curdled to black as the potion boiled. You screeched as your hands burned from the heat and the potion fell to the ground, sizzling. Ah! Lion! Thane? Thane came running into the room out of nowhere. He immediately cradled your hands and cast an ice rune on them, cooling them. Thane, what are you doing here? Don't get mad, but, well, I've actually been tailing you a lot these days. Huh? It's your blood, okay? I can't think straight. It's making me want to follow you around, both urging me to protect you and harm you. It's complicated. You could only sigh in defeat, as you were too frustrated with the whole situation. Will wasn't joking around when he said the potion was volatile. Nearly burnt your hand off. Well, bad news. Looks like the potion is a bust. Thane nodded sheepishly at that. Must be because of your blood. It's literally out of this world. Are you trying to make a joke right now? I thought I will distract you from the pain. Is it working? You know, a little bit. A little bit. I'm happy you're still finding some humor in this awful situation. I try to. What now? Now I think we just have to decide. Decide on who's gonna bond with me and see it through. And before you go all sacrificial lamb mode on me, I still want you to think things through. You have time. Use it. Then, when there really are no other options, well, then I'll be the one to ask you. Okay. Also, do you think it's gross of me to lick your boiling blood off the floor? Thane! That is very unsanitary, Thane. Miss Poppy! I overheard your dilemma. Please, don't think badly of me for eavesdropping. I only wanted to help. You tried to satiate Thane's hunger with potion, right? A mix of siren blood and unicorn blood? If you've paid attention to class, you might have remembered that there's another ingredient similar to those two. One that is often used as a substitute due to its less volatile nature. Poppy started to roll up her sleeves, revealing her white dainty wrists as her other hand whipped out a glass vial out of her dress pockets. What's that for? Ah! Before you could finish your question, the smell of blood invaded your nostrils as Poppy gnawed on her wrist, exposing her sinewy flesh all the way to the bone. Red viscous blood filled the tiny vial to the brim. Miss Poppy, what the hell? Werewolf blood. Now you're blood, sweetie. Just a drop will do. Too stunned to speak, you cut your finger and saw your blood mixed with hers. It immediately glowed bright red before shifting into a rich blue. There. Perfect. Drink up, sweetie. Make sure to down all of it. Thane, seemingly in the same shocked state as you were, meekly nodded as he grabbed the potion and drank it down in one go. How do you feel? Better? I feel great. I don't want to jump you anymore, Lion. You smell fine to me. Miss Poppy, too. Your blood smells horrible. This is awesome. Sorry, was that rude? Calling your blood smelly? No, that's what we wanted. It seems like your blood addiction has stabilized. I'm glad. Cove told me that you were his favorite employee. He wouldn't have wanted you to be driven by instincts like a beast. Cor knows we have too much of that in my family. Actually, has Cove called you at all, miss? Can't believe that man just left like that. Still no calls. I honestly don't know where Nina has taken him. I swear, I will kill whoever destroyed my brother's life. You wouldn't know any leads? Anyone who might have sent him the love potion? Do you, Thane? Sorry, no. It's alright, sweetie. I wasn't expecting much. Now then, I should get this cleaned up. I'm sorry for the theatrics. Werewolf flesh is pretty impenetrable, even in my human form. I didn't want you to chip a fang or ruin your knife, Thane, Lion. And that was epic, Miss Poppy. Do we need to take it to the infirmary? Oh, it'll heal up in a bit. Just need to chew on a bone or something, and it'll stitch itself back up. I mean, if she needs a bone, I volunteer Ajax. You can gnaw on Ajax all you want. Y'all thought that was gonna go somewhere else entirely different, didn't you? God damn, y'all are even more feral than I am. Jesus Christ. You two should go. No need to linger around this mess. I'll clean this up in a jiffy. No, wait! You spilled blood for me, miss! The least we can do is clean. Right, Lion? I wanted to bolt before she found out that I was the one behind the whole Cove incident, but... Lion? Right. Yeah, no problem. You cleaned up the floor and spent the rest of the day with Thane before heading back to your room. Your room. Rest for tonight? Let's see. Not yet. I wanna like explore a little. Nothing here. Wait, hang on. Oh, it was just like a slight difference in the like. I thought there was something like in that room, but apparently not. I'm not gonna hang with Lyle right now. I'm just gonna head to bed, see what happens. Theo? Ivar? Ivar, if this is one of your tricks again, I swear. Who are you? What? Is that me? What trick is this? Just as you approached yourself, your doppelganger passed right through you, as if you were not even there. Huh? I said, who are you? Witch? You turned around and saw her, a black-haired woman with thorns wrapping all over. Eyes covered with bandages, soaked with blood. Black, tar-like blood dripped from every orifice, including her hands, which were stabbed through with thin golden briars. Her wounds were old, but her blood was still fresh. Rivers of blood oozed to the water, diluting into something like ink. No way. Is that... Kor. Your people call me... Kor. But if you want, you may address me as... No! My lady! Do not give this vile sinner the blessing of your true name! Theo. Forgive my tone, my lady. However, I did not allow this one to pass through this place. Theo. Her eyes are different. They're still odd, but definitely not as intricate as her current eyes. Is this a memory? Are you the one whose magic fills our waters? You can sense it. My, what a rare gift indeed. Your presence is not wanted here, child. You do not long for death. You shouldn't have been able to enter our sacred domain. Until someone, Heather, saw her jumping into the water from the bridge. I knew she was troubled, but... Did you try to stop her? Of course. I didn't want her to die. She had such potential. Perhaps if I tried harder, then... Such a noble cause. Too bad it's a lie. A lie? You wanted to see if she'd actually jump, didn't you, Dark One? And when she did, but never came back up, you got curious. Meanwhile, my waters were open, so it led you here. There's a long history of students drowning themselves here, but none of their bodies were ever found. There are also rumors of a tomb underneath our school. Doesn't take a genius to connect the dots. So, you merely watched instead of helping your friend? I respected her choice. If she did die, it was what she wanted. If she didn't and finds something better here, well, good for her. Such apathy. Your doppelganger shrugged. It was not the first time someone said those words to him. I don't care for people much. Well, at least she'll be happy you're here. Kor pointed to one of the murky pools. A girl with long blonde hair could be seen smiling with tears as she floated in the water. Her silver necklace showed the name Heather with the H badly scratched out. Dreaming in a paradise of her making. Is that woman the witch of fantasy then? You aren't worthy of my name. Io, come now. You may call me Io, uninvited one, for now. So many names spoken, but none are yours. What's your name, pretty? Lion. Lion Baker. Any relation to the blonde girl who likes to sing by the pier, the one whose hair is shaped like croissants? My sister. My, what softness. I thought you didn't care for people much. She's the exception. She'll always be my exception. What do you want, little one? You didn't come here by accident, nor is this encounter unplanned. I can see it in your heart, as grey and murky as it is. I wanted to come here and seduce you, witches always fall for my charms one way or another. Witches with tainted hearts, yes, but sadly, my darkness will not pierce inside. Similar to yours, you have a noble cause, little one. That I can see. But it won't work. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you do. You think rallying up the witches would help end the wars between us? Us and the hunters, the wolves and the vamps, sirens and fairies against the world. You've rallied quite a few already. Mesa, Seth's half-blood, Aleth, the Agrice twins, my wayward disciples. You've been busy, little one. Yes, well, my sister keeps saying I can be quite charming when need be. But I can also be quite forceful if I want to be. Sorry about this. You could feel the burn from Lion's magic. You screamed and screamed as you felt the intensity of it all. Was I core? Painful, isn't it? Ew. You raised your head up as star-filled eyes meet yours. What was that? A memory. A memory of Kor's and the Godslayer's first meeting. Your doppelganger was a powerful one. Nearly tore the whole temple down, if not for the rune corruption kicking in. Of course, if Kor and I decided to fight back, it would have been a shorter fight. However, she was adamant about us being on the defensive. I thought it'd be prudent to show you my memories of your doppelganger, so you know exactly what kind of person you're resurrecting. An insane one? I mean, he's definitely insane. I do not like me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. But it'll be funny to say a sexy one, though. It would be so funny. A sex. I wanna. Just to see what happens. Just to see what happens. Then we'll roll it back. Huh. Such narcissism. At least I know you don't hate yourself like a counterpart did. This is what I'll be offering you each night. A memory. Okay. Rolling it back. Okay. An insane one? That was my first impression too. They get better, though, with time. This is what I'll be offering you each night. A memory. In return, you can ask me questions. Questions of your doppelganger, of the Witchers, Kor. I hope that this will all end in my favor, of you agreeing to the terms of ownership of my heart. And that is murder. What? The headmaster. I want him to suffer. Suffer by my hands. Push him into my waters, and I shall let him live out the rest of his days in an endless nightmare. The headmaster? Why? Someone must answer for the church's sins. They bled her dry for your precious egg. I knew I couldn't trust that smarmy git, as sexy as he is. His suffering would be a mercy compared to the horrors Kor faced. I'm not a killer. You're not. He won't die. He'll sleep. In pure agony. What if I don't comply? Then at least freeze these waters, will you, dear? So no one can use this horrid crown anymore. Wait, you still give me your heart? I'm dying, little one. Right on cue, a crack formed on Io's face, as if to ensure she was not lying. These eyes, the stars of Judas, are too powerful of a rune, even for us purebloods. It was all for naught. Yes, they let me see every outcome, every past, every future possibility, but I still couldn't understand. Understand what? Why Kor took your doppelganger's hand, why they bonded under the blood moon. Wait, so the witch that Lion bonded with really is Kor? Hard to believe, isn't it? She was smarter than Lion in every way, yet she still fell into their grasp. I thought maybe both of us could make sense of things with you seeing these memories. Maybe then I could have my peace. I see. So that's why you're so docile. You're already dying. Well, do I have to make my decision now? No. I'll give you 3 more days to make your choice. Each night I'll come in your dreams, along with a memory, and each night I'll let you ask me one question in return. If you still decide not to fulfill my wishes, then freeze these waters and kill me along with it. Only then will my heart be in your grasp. I mean, I could just wait it out until you're dead and steal your heart instead. Would you, though? No, that's completely out of character for me. Damn it, my mom raised me too well! Still, I mean, the old coot is a bit racist, yeah. But not suffer for all eternity worthy racist. I think so. It's your choice. But why though? Can't you just pull him into the waters yourself, or just hop out to the shore like a majestic nymph or something? You may not feel it, but blood runes fill these walls, entrapping me. I know the counter runes, but they need the sacrifice of a willing human. Neither coarse blood nor mine had any effect, and I can't force my people. I won't use them like that, as they lay in their dreams. I see. The choice is yours, of course, as is the choice I gave to your friend, to live his truth or jump to my embrace. So you really did tell Thane to kill himself? No, I asked if he wanted to live out his dreams. Literally. Yes. So to be fair, I doubt he'd take it. He said that he was worried of what would happen to you once he was gone. Said he wanted to see this through until the end, until you're back home in your own world. He said that? You have good friends, Lion. Cherish that. Now, do you have any more questions for me? Well, what are my consequences? Both are horrible in their own way. Whoa, you could have sugarcoated that a bit, you know? I doubt you'd appreciate a lie. Well then, which choice is worse? The one that doesn't end with your headmaster in my waters. Well, that's convenient for you, ain't it? It's nearly dawn. I shan't keep you here any longer. Goodbye for now, my death-scented visitor. May you come to the right decision. Is there even a right decision? No, just the one you must live with. Ah! Once again, you were back in your bed. It was still midnight. Your head was spinning with all the choices you must make. I'm not cut out to be the main character. Can't I just date hotties and live my life? With a deep sigh, you plopped yourself back into bed, feeling tired of it all. You okay, Lion? Yeah, sorry. Did I wake you? It's okay. I know you're in a lot of stress with what's happening with Thane. If you need a breather, you can come fish with me. I'm always hanging around the port if you need anything. Yeah, I might do that. Thanks, Lyle. Sure, just wanted to help. Good night, Lion. Good night. Lyle drifted back to sleep. Better try and get some rest. Hopefully no more witches will visit my dreams. And it's Thursday. You woke up to your phone's continuous beeps. Opening up phrase, you were showered with rows of texts from an unknown number. What? Hello? The feathers told me that a little baker killed off one of my own. Been nearly a century since a hunter was worthy of my time. And here I thought all these cigarettes she's been huffing would get to Mesa first. Are you hunting us down, little baker? If so, I await your arrival at my doorstep. Little baker sitting in the middle of the lake. Little children lie dead in their wake from this day forward until we meet. What do you mean? Innocent children will be in my keep when we finally cross paths under the bright moon divine. I'll be sure to leave no part of them behind. Come, little baker, come. Won't you play? Or will you leave this witch of change in dismay? Are you Seth? Is it? Is it? Seth is my name. Killing is my game. Will you stop me? Or will you fail? I'll be watching you under the moon, high and pale. There's really no peace in this world, is there? Just when I thought I could relax for a bit. I better tell the others about this. The Witch of Change contacted you? Via text? Are you sure it wasn't just a troll? I mean, it could be. We could trace a number. Isn't that your family's specialty, Quill? We could. Let me see your phone and I'll see what I can do. Alright, so, how is everything? Well, Quill and I visited the Witch of Fantasy for one. She's docile at least. Really? So you think she's telling the truth? Not all of it, but the important parts at least. We can trust her more than Mesa, that's for sure. Still, she insisted on keeping the deal between you and her a secret. So I'm guessing it's no mere tiny favor for her heart. Humor me, on a scale of genocide and petty theft, how evil is her request? Like a 5, all things considered, I guess. But, well, it's complicated. Anyway, how about you, Thane? Are you holding on okay? Better than ever. I feel great. Never been less thirsty in my life. No urge to maim or slit someone's throat. I mean, not out of thirst, at least. I'm glad. Seems like we've avoided quite a catastrophe. How long do you think it'll last? Don't jinx it! Right, now I get to chill out. And I think today we'll actually spend some time with, what's his name? Lyle, actually. So, yeah, I'm just gonna skip, like, all the unimportant parts. I'm just gonna make sure that there's nothing I'm missing on campus. Alright, let's chill out with our boy, Lyle. Lyle! Oh, hi. What are you doing here? Looking for you. Me? Wanna hang out? Oh, well, okay. Lyle brought you back to Lanar again. This time to a beach, right across the dock. I didn't know there was a beach here. Technically, it's not really a beach since it doesn't connect to the sea. These are still the same waters around our school. Eos Tears is one of the largest lakes in Ignia, or at least that's what Vin told me. Vin? He's one of the local fishermen. He says this is his favorite spot to catch blue herrings. Huh. You really do blend in with the locals, don't you? Most of them. Some are still reluctant to interact with me, the older fishermen, but I feel like they're warming up to me the more I work for them. Some think I'm all brawn and no brain, but I prefer to be judged for my skills than my heritage. Yeah, I guess these kids in school still aren't warming up to you, huh? Nah, they're still afraid. I don't mind. I understand. I know you're a very sweet fellow, Lyle, but you don't have to understand. You did nothing wrong. You're perfectly harmless. I doubt you can even hurt a fly. That's very sweet of you to say, Lion. I'm not as harmless as you think. I want to show you something. Okay. Lyle started to rub his hands together and blew on his hands. You thought he was cold and walked towards him, trying to cover his hands with your own. As soon as your hands wrapped his, a strange glow started to radiate from his palms. Ah, no, wait! Then flowers bloomed. Sunflowers. Smaller than normal, but completely healthy and yellow. Before withering away mere minutes later. You're blooming flowers. You can do that? Lyle nodded sheepishly at that. Contrary to popular belief, my father doesn't discriminate us when it comes to magic. Most of my brothers were able to grow out a few buds of their own before they were turned. But we weren't trained like my sisters, nor do we have much chance to explore our magic. And it's not like I want these powers either. I don't want to hurt anyone. But they are a part of me. A curse from my heritage. Do you hate me now? Do I scare you? Hell no! What else can you make? Is it just flowers? Can you grow carrots or potatoes? Potatoes flower before they're harvested, right? Oh, yeah, but I never made any food before, just flowers. Hold on. This doesn't scare you? Even a little bit? Why would I? I mean, your talents are your own, aren't they? I mean, I know you inherited them from your dad, but you're not him, Lyle. They're yours, Lyle, not his. Oh, I never thought of it like that before. Well, now you have. Anyway, give it a shot. I wonder if it can produce some spuds. I will. Hold on. Witch! You heard a yell coming from the nearby bushes. A haggard voice of an old man was mixed with the rustling of leaves. A tall yet frail-looking old man emerged from the shrubbery. He carries a fishing rod over his shoulder, pointing it right at you like a spear. Mr. Vin? I knew it! I knew your kind was lurking around here all these times, thinking our own children. How long will you be satisfied until... Oh, I'm sorry, lad. What was I saying? Huh? The tone in his voice shifted. Earlier, you were sure that he was about to ram his fishing rod right through you. Now, however, he greeted you as one would talk to their own grandchildren. Soft and welcoming, almost practiced. Are you alright, Mr. Vin? I'm sorry I came here without telling you first.
Oh, don't be ridiculous, lad. You're always welcome here. Us old folks are lucky to have a fine young man like yourself helping out. Caught anything good today?
Nothing today, Mr. Vin. We're just hanging out.
I mean, if you want to talk about things we caught, I mean...
Mr. Vin looked at you and Lyle before his mouth curled into a mischievous grin.
Oh, so it's like that, eh? I suppose I should be leaving then. What a fine catch you got there, Sonny. Nothing like my missus, of course, but a fine contender.
What? Huh? No, it's not like that.
No need to explain. I'll leave you young whippersnappers be. Just remember to use protection. Also, the sand can really climb up to all kinds of nooks and crannies. Better stay on the tarp.
We will. Huh? Don't want to drag out this conversation any further, you decided to feed into the man's false assumptions, just so you could shut him up and ask the more pressing matter at hand. Sorry, Mr. Vin, what were you saying about witches and children? Is this why there are so many missing children around here? Is there a witch among them?
Huh? I must be daydreaming again. Never mind that. Afraid this old brain is not what it used to be.
But you do know of witches, right?
Of course! Lyle is half one, aren't you, boy? Not that it matters. Everyone is welcomed here in Lanar, especially the young'uns. Nothing but old coots here, I'm afraid.
Yeah. This is weird. Is it dementia like the gossiping old women from before? It's like someone pressed the reset button on him or something.
Is there anything wrong, kiddo? Are you hungry? You know, we have a cookout at the village square today. Pike brought quite a catch for him, too. We'd love for you to join.
No, I wouldn't like to impose. We would love to. Oh, I mean, I would. Would you like to go back to the dorms, Lion? Well... Something about this old man is giving me the creeps, but I know Pike is alright, so... Why not? We have some time to spare. Don't we, Lyle? Alright. The village square greeted you with the welcoming scent of roasted hams, bacon, and all sorts of savory dishes. Pike was there, waving right at you. As soon as he clocked in your presence, the other visitors turned their head around. Some came over with plates of food, others patted Lyle's shoulders to welcome him. Some more, the grouchy and elder-looking fishermen scoffed as they made eye contact with you. Guess I'm the outsider around these parts.
There you are, kiddos. Wondering where you head off to? Margaret, get a cut of that ham for these two, would you?
Oh, it's alright. I can get it for myself.
You'll get your turn soon enough, lad. Margaret's the one on ham duty tonight. If you stick around, maybe you'll be the next meat cover for next month's cookout.
Is this a recurring thing?
Of course, gotta celebrate nature's bounty. Nothing quite like a village cookout, ain't it? Good way to know the locals, but I guess you'll soon be bored of us fossils soon enough, won't you, Lyle?
Nonsense, Pike. If anything, they will be bored of me.
Of course not! In fact, some of us can't wait for you to graduate and settle here for good. My offer still stands. You know, I could always use a full-time deckhand.
Oh, I don't think I can do that, Pike, but still, thank you.
I get it. Church nonsense. Still, you're welcome here anytime. I know Margaret's lucky to have you with the kids, too.
Ah! You watched as the crowded children swarming Lyle and started to hug his thighs or try to climb up his waist, asking for a piggyback ride. A clear contrast to how the other students at campus treated him. Lyle laughed as he lifted one of the younger kids up and plopped him over his shoulder. You smiled at the sight, imagining what he would be like in your world. He'd probably work as a kindergarten teacher, maybe a fisherman. As he saw you staring at him, he gestured at you to join and grab a plate. You decided to ignore the old whispers from the old folks around you and enjoyed yourself for tonight as Margaret handed you an exquisite cut of ham. Right, I'm gonna check my diary because I know what's this next password. We bonded under the lowercase no spaces. Blood moon. The diary reads, we've bonded and it's terrible. Like a million voices constantly ringing in my head. Coarse memories are relentless. They're like a tsunami, drowning everything in its path. Drugs and alcohol help numb it away, but I know I'm losing myself. It was stupid. So stupid. I really thought I could have helped her, but now we're just stuck in hell together. She wants to break free, but I'm not sure how that's possible. I would if I could, but the only way out is death. I don't want to die. I still want to torture whoever Fia decides to soul bond with. Or at least watch her obliterate Tatum during a choir performance. I'll be proud either way. And maybe Ashim and I could really reconcile and... No, I already screwed up big time with him. The only good thing about this bond is that I know all the other witches' whereabouts, their weakness, their past. If I was crazy, I'd probably still go through with my plan and bond with Seth. I'm not crazy. Not yet, right? Still, if I bond with Seth, then I will finally get my happily ever after. Won't I? A world without segregation, racism, a world where there is only one god and one demon. Me. What am I writing? Just take a swig and quiet down, you loon. With more questions than answers, you decide to rest for the day. The hell did I do? So you've returned. I didn't think you would. Not after your pitiful defeat. Why didn't you fight back? Violence never solves anything. History states otherwise. Are we still at war with one another? One race killing the other? Hundreds of fairies, sirens, werewolves, and vamps are killed every day. Witches too, for merely existing and living out their lives. I know. That's why I'm trying to change it. This world is not fit for my sister. I don't want to find her dead one day for all for some meaningless war over race. Yet you seek power all the same. What would you even do with my power if you somehow managed to wield it? Start my own religion, one with my own set of rules that they must obey without question. Rules that will benefit both humans and witches. One that enforces peace. One that I hope will spread over the vamps and others. Peace under one reign. But it's not true peace. Not if they can't decide by their own volition. Does it matter? Human autonomy is a precious thing. You can't simply bark orders and expect them to obey. Oh, but I can. Or at least with the help of one of you witches, I can. You're talking about the Witch of Change. Seth. Think about it. Humans with all their capabilities, but none of their selfish wants or greed. Mindless things all waiting for a command. An empty vessel. Vacant of any free will. They're not empty. They're fully aware of their needs and surroundings. That's where Io comes in. The Witch of Fantasy can balance out their despair, putting them in a perpetual dream of their choosing. You've put a lot of thought into this. I tend to plan far too ahead. My sister thinks it's unsettling. Most of it's for her, though. It's quite an unhealthy obsession you have there. Most siblings don't think about each other as much as you do. I don't fancy her if that's what you're grossly implying. I would never defile her like that. No one's worthy of her. Especially me. Good to know that you have some level of morality, no matter how skewed it is. Now humor me. Where do I fit in your grand scheme? You're the pillar behind it. The backbone. Your blood gave humans magic. Imagine what it could do to enhance the other witches' abilities. Creative and insane. I have no interest in being one with a naive, uprising dictator like you. I won't fulfill your dreams of peace, little one, no matter how honorable your true intentions may be. I've tried to use power alone to subdue the war between us, and look where it got me. Imprisoned under my own academy, bleeding from every orifice I have as I feel the thorns crushing me. What makes you think you will escape the same fate? End this war with love. Not bled, little one. I don't understand love. I'm incapable of it. I have the doctor's note on that. Yet, you love your sister. She's different. And you love Ashim, that boy I saw you with. I can see it in your eyes. I don't deserve his love. That you don't. Yet you still have it. Perhaps you can find it within you to show the world a similar act of charity.
Huh?
Something on your mind?
Man, I'm softening up.
But is it an act Or is it true? That is something I can never pin down about you.
I'm glad that wasn't a complete butthole, but still. You have any memories about Core and how she was entrapped here? I mean, I might need to kill him, man. I need to know if he deserves it.
Is that so? Tomorrow then, I will show you what you need to see. In the meantime, is there anything else you want to ask me about?
Well,
why did witches and humans fight? Fear. Humans feared the witches for their magic, while witches feared what the humans would do to them if we were quite the minority. Now, even more so.
That's it?
Fear is often the best motivator, not with its intention, but with its intensity. Fear and prejudice, hate. Why assimilate when you can dominate? For most, it's easier to destroy and create anew rather than finding middle ground. They chose not to learn and understand us, so they feared us. Io turned her head towards the pool of water, pushing back a man's body who floated too near to the edge as the man giggled softly. What will happen to the people here once you're gone? That depends on your actions. If you freeze these waters, then they will die along with it, a cold but peaceful death. And if I push the headmaster to your domain, then they'll remain in their slumber for all eternity. I've made sure my enchantment will hold. But if it doesn't, then some may float back to the surface and continue their lives.
Is that safe? I mean, I know you put all these people in stasis, but how old are these people?
My oldest is 132 years old. He jumped after he found his wife mauled by werewolves.
Damn!
Damn indeed. This goes beyond just killing one man, doesn't it? You're basically making me decide the fate of all these people. If it's any consolation, there's no one kinder than you who can make this decision.
That's no help at all.
Perhaps, but at least you know you're the most fitting person for such a decision. I shall return you to the living now. Farewell, my death-scented visitor.
You woke up with a headache, but decided to ignore it for now. As you got dressed, the heartache subsided and you went about your day. God damn. What do I even do today?
I'll have to figure it out.
Right, I kind of wanted to either chill with, like, Quill or Asham today, so I'm just gonna chill with Asham to see how this goes.
Lay out your hands and close your eyes.
Huh?
It'll be worth it. Trust me.
You closed your eyes and felt something warm pulsing in your palms.
What is it?
A fire gem. One of the rarer ingredients to find. Poppy gave it to me after I aced a pop quiz. It's useful for potions, but honestly, I just want you to have it to keep your fingers warm. That rune necrosis you had gave me quite a scare. I'll cherish it. Thanks, Asham. Anytime. And what brings you here, Lion? Let's chill. Are you free?
Sure. What do you have in mind?
I was hoping you'd decide.
I know just the place. Care to visit the shops with me?
Why? Is there anything new?
Well, no, but I believe they're baking some bread, so that's something. Besides, I know how much you enjoy people watching.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Have you heard about Miss Kemsky?
Oh yeah, didn't she get involved with a freshman? Some say it was a love potion. That's convenient. Wow, everyone's so blatant about their affairs.
People love to gossip.
It's the best kind of entertainment. Have you ever heard that someone put Boner Be Gone in Ymir and Sergen's drink? Heard that the pair threw quite a fit at that. Ymir thought he was impotent. Said he's going to hunt down whoever did this to him. Oh, well, I wouldn't know anything about that. Not at all.
You said as you sipped your tea suspiciously.
Okay, I might have known who put it in the drink and who provided the potion, but I didn't do it. Not the drink part, at least.
It's alright. No one's blaming you for it, Lion.
As he said that, he pulled a notebook. What's that?
A book containing all kinds of blackmail material.
What?
Don't worry. Nothing in this book contains anything about you, Fia, or Red. I still have some about Quill, but given our history, I'm sure you understand.
No, I do not. Why do you have a whole book with blackmail material in it?
For survival. How else do you think I can find a decent job after graduating from here?
With hard work?
I'm sure that you truly believe that, but it doesn't work like that here.
Didn't you learn your lesson with Ajax? I did. I'm no longer cursing people, and now going for more conventional means of extortion. At least for now. Everyone knows that being a witch hunter is a short-lived career. High risk with high compensation, but only if you have a target. It's good for starting out, but it can't be our end goal. Politics of vampire-owned companies are the big moneymakers. Speaking of which, do you know how many companies outside of Civid or Theo that hire fairies full-time? All of them? 3. Mostly matchmaking services and beauty parlors. Some universities are also open for fairies filling random roles. But a librarian like Kepler is usually as high as it goes. I blame the triumvirate for that. Those 3 fairy leaders created a country that is no more than a decorated pleasure house for castree nobles and vamps. A fairy's job is to sit still and look pretty and to entertain their guests as much as possible. God, like a courtesan? Huh. At least you refrain from using the word whore. Sorry. It's alright. I told you. My mother is what she is. It's simply the fate she was born into. Fairies are beautiful creatures, men or women. Not as pretty as sirens, but beautiful nonetheless. I'm what you call ugly back in Civid. Then again, I can barely see anything among the bright casino lights and neon brothel signs. Sounds like Vegas. Vegas? Never mind. What I mean is that it sounds carefree. It is. It's the most loose country of the nations. Substance use and polygamy are encouraged there. A hedonist paradise. Most are satisfied with that lifestyle, happy to just remain pretty and loved, even if only in physicality. Kepler and Miss Knight are the exceptions, though both still retain their penchant of romance gossips. Still, they try to break free from our natural hedonistic tendencies. But you're not hedonistic at all. I'm not, am I? I suppose I'm what most call an anomaly. Even my own mother is surprised with how I turned out. So she is happy that I escaped her genes. I like to think that I must have such a buzzkill of a father that all of my supposed fun-seeking nature has escaped me. Well, are you curious about your father? I was, but lately, I just let it be. He broke my mother's heart. That's all I needed to know. Sometimes it's better not to know what runs through your veins. I guess that's true. Well then, I should be going now. I have history of witches after this. I wouldn't want to be late. Thanks for our lovely dateline. It was enlightening. Ah, well, is that a polite word for boring? No, it was pleasant. It's nice to just slow down and wind down. I'll be going now. Good day, Lion. Alright, sweet. When you returned to your dorm, it was already dusk. Your room. Rest for tonight? I want to check my diary. What's the last entry I need to look into? Before entering your room, you decide to scroll through your phone and try to crack your doppelganger's diary. It asks for a password. Licorice. Age required not a password to read. You continue reading your doppelganger's journal. There was one locked entry left. The password hint was Solaris? What's the password? Solaris? Solaris what? Okay, so the word I'm looking for is Igna, so let's type that in. Death to witches. Death to humanity. Death to humans. Death to fairies. Death to werewolves. Death to sirens and mermaids and pixies and all other shit I can think of. What is it worth anyway? This damn hopeless life. Maybe if I can just erase it all away. Start anew. Damn. This sounded really emo. No wonder Fia told me to go to therapy. Her of all people. Do we even have therapy? Affordable ones? If I ever rule the world, I should make that free therapy. Free everything even. But I guess that might cause other issues like vague ownership and anarchy. Note to self. Study economy. Avoid taxes. Screw taxes. Dad's been asking me what I do after I graduate. He probably wants me to take over the family business. Screw that. I don't want to work after graduation. I want to find a rich man and be pampered rotten. Maybe there's a business for that. Baby something. Since you're an adult, get to live the spoiled baby life. Minus diapers. But yeah, I'm feeling better now. Probably because of the drugs. I feel less murdery, if that's the word. The rewrite runes also help. I used them on myself, and apparently that was what I needed to silence Core for good in there. I still have memories, and my blood sometimes turns black like ink. It's a win in my book. I feel calmer now, in control. I still think making my own religion would be good, but perhaps not in turning everyone into a mindless slave way, and more in a peaceful way as Core wanted. Maybe. Who knows? Well, anyway, I'll be spending my summer with Quill. That'll be fun. I wish Fia would come. I was pretty sure Quill had a crush on her, at least until her boobs kicked in. But I guess he likes them flat. If not Fia, then maybe Red can come. I like him. He's stupid, but I like that in a man. It's a feature. Then there's Asham, love of my life. The one that got away all in one. I wish we could all bang. Damn it, I'm horny now. A foursome sounds nice. I know! Give it to me. Come on. I want all four of them, okay? Not just these three. Lyle too. Like, come on. Like, I don't care if Lyle's gonna be just watching in the corner. I don't care. Also, this stuff is lit. 10 out of 10. We'll try again. Did I just lose my mind? The other diary entries were fine. Well, not fine. Sad, but at least intelligible. Was being bonded screwed up Lion's head for good? But they did say that the rewrite rune helped. So maybe it's just the drugs. Either way, I should remember this when I finally save them. This person might not be all there anymore. Still, they don't sound like a bad person. Just screwed up, but aren't we all? I swear, I'll save you, Lion. I'll probably get you into therapy, 1 year minimum. Satisfied, you shut off your phone and headed to bed. You might not fully understand your doppelganger, but at least you didn't see them as a threat anymore. Just another drunk loser like you were back in the day. We'll get you back on your feet, Lion. Promise. With more questions than answers, you decide to rest for the day with a new quest. What the hell is this quest? Wait, stag hunting? What? Oh, I was done. Okay. All hail Core. All hail Core. What the? This memory was different from the rest. Older. The limestone seemed cleaner somehow, and the waters were clear, like the first time you saw Io in your dreams. 10 priests and nuns could be seen surrounding Core and Io, all bright, smiles, and kneeling in worship. Please, enough with the pleasantries. I'm only doing my duty as your neighbor. You saved us, my lady. You and Lady Io. I'm merely here to serve my lady. Io, please. My lady, we've built this place to protect you. You and Lady Io, so that the other witches won't lay a hand on you. You, who had betrayed her own kind, gifted us your blood so we can fight against your own kin. Please, my lady, bless our feeble existence and become our queen. Don't ever call yourself lesser. We're all equal. My lady, even as equals, we'd like to crown you as our queen, to be the ruler of Ignia and its people. I don't trust this man. Ain't the crown the thing that's keeping her imprisoned in the first place? Ruler? No, I can't. You're not subjects to be ruled upon. Please, feel free to live as you wish. And this is what we wish, our lady, to have a beautiful queen rule us as she pleases. It'll be an honor to protect you, as you have protected us. The man hoisted Core's crown to her face, kneeling as Core hesitantly approached it with her long, delicate hands. Core, perhaps this is for the best. These humans, they're too weak to rule on their own. Io whispered, pulling Core gently by the arms. All right, I'll be your queen. As soon as the crown laid on Core's head, he tightened and shifted into a thin gold crown of thorns. They wriggled and pierced through her skull. Core, what's the meaning of this? Finish the blood runes. What is happening? The barrier formed between Io and the rest of the humans. The humans backing away to the exit as Io slammed the barrier with her magic. Bombs, projectiles, fire, quake, and fled. None penetrated the barrier as the priests made their exit. Core laid on the floor, writhing in pain as blood dripped down her wounds, drenching her from head to toe before running down the pool of water around her. Why?
Your blood is precious, my lady. It grants us the power of gods. However, we know it's best to only trust our own kind. A traitor will always be a traitor, Lady Core. Il's son Ivar is proof of that. Once he was our god, now our doom. My son is misguided. Silence!
We won't be fooled by you. Not anymore.
But I loved you. All of you. I betrayed my people for you. Bore all your sins. And we thank you, my lady. So now, please, bear more, as your misery will be our joy, our rise against all who belittle us before. We shall pray for you, Lady Core. For you and to you, may you forgive our sins. No! Don't leave us here! No! Anyway, that's where I'm gonna be ending today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. We will be back with more Bewitching Center soon enough, but if you do want to play this for yourselves, link to the game will be in the description below. God freaking damn. I've got every reason to ruin our headmaster right now. I have a feeling that that priest is probably like our headmaster way back in the day, or like he's got something to do with this. He's definitely got something to do with this. And I am going to lay vengeance for these witches. I can't believe I'm on their side, but you know what? I get to multitask. I get to get revenge for them, like for the horrible things that have been done to them. And I might be able to save myself. Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a lovely rest of the day. And as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lyle, signing off. Ciao.